So the file hits the desk. Another cold case. Most of them are a mess, just jumbled, incoherent notes, but this one's different. It's just a single sentence, one single piece of evidence. And tonight, we're gonna crack it.
All right, let's get down to it. Case file 734, and this is our primary piece of evidence, this single statement. Very often, the madness that is unexplainable pushes you to the brink of existential high ground. Now, at first glance, this thing is cryptic, right? It's a total paradox. Our job is to pull it apart piece by piece to figure out what our source is really trying to tell us.
Okay, first things first, we gotta isolate the key phrases. You can't solve the whole puzzle at once. So let's start where you always start, with the motive, the subject of the sentence, this so-called madness.
Now look at the wording right here, madness. My gut tells me this isn't about clinical insanity. Not at all. It feels like something else. A departure from the expected, a complete break from what everyone else considers normal. And the key detail, the real fingerprint on the evidence, is that it's unexplainable. Exactly. Let's really break this down. Conventional sanity, well, that's predictable, it's rational, it follows the rules. Think of it like a business that just sticks to the proven model because it's safe. But our evidence points to unexplainable madness. And this isn't some bug in the system. It's a whole new operating system. It's disruptive, it's intuitive, and here's the kicker. You can't just reverse engineer it with a simple formula. And that leads us to the central question of this first clue, doesn't it? Why unexplainable? Well, think about it. If you could explain it, if you could chart it out and stick it in a textbook, it would just become part of the system. It would just be another piece of that conventional sanity. It's the mystery itself, the fact that there's no map, that gives it all its power.
Okay, so we've established our motive, this unexplainable madness. Now let's follow the thread to the action. What does this madness actually do? The evidence is very, very specific about this. Look here at this detail. It pushes you forward. It's not a suggestion, is it? It's not a gentle invitation. No, it's a shove. It's forceful. It's involuntary. This isn't some comfortable little journey you decide to take. It's a force acting on you, one that propels you way out of your comfort zone.
That's the essential question. This push isn't random. It's a direct consequence. Think of it almost like a chemical reaction. The unexplainable madness is the catalyst. It pushes you away from the safety and predictability of conventional thinking, and it shoves you towards the volatile, the unknown.
Which brings us to the last part of this whole statement, the destination. If this madness is the catalyst and the push is the action, then this is the X on the map we've been looking for all along. Let's analyze the geography of this place. You'll notice there are two key components. First, you've got the brink. That word implies a precipice, right? An edge. It's a dangerous, unstable place to be. But at the same time, it's also a high ground, a place with a strategic advantage, a superior perspective. So it's both perilous and powerful. Okay, let's get a working definition down for the file. The existential high ground isn't some comfortable vacation spot. It's a state of profound insight, a much clearer understanding of who you are and your place in the universe. But, and this is crucial, it's a viewpoint you only get after you've been forced to confront the unsettling truths that the madness dug up. All right, we've looked at each piece of evidence in isolation. Now it's time to put it all together. Let's see how all these red strings on the evidence board finally connect. When we map out all the data points, the process becomes incredibly clear. It's a three-stage sequence. Step 1. Some event or idea completely shatters your conventional framework. That's the unexplainable madness. Step 2. This confusion, this dissonance, creates a powerful involuntary force. That's the push. And step 3. This push propels you to a precarious but ultimately enlightening new perspective. That's the brink of existential high ground. So we look at the evidence one last time, and the code is broken. This isn't a riddle. It's a sequence, a cause and an effect. Exactly. It's a roadmap for growth that doesn't start with logic, but with a necessary disruptive break from everything you thought you knew. So we've closed case file 734. The evidence makes sense, but the investigation, it never really ends, does it? It just gets handed off. So now we're turning it over to you. Take a look at the confusing, the illogical, the mad moments in your own life.
Could they be more than just chaos? Could they be the very thing that's pushing you somewhere better? That's for you to find out.